Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the elders at great millstones for the teachings of the scriptures, and shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now, going back on this dinosaur thing. By the way, the word dinosaur, it comes from the Greek, which means, wait, let me see what this is. Salakia. Oh no, I think I had it right. Right, sorry. Yeah, no, that wasn't it. Um, no, that wasn't it too. No. Where was it? Dinosaur, Salakia. Yeah, the word dinosaur comes from the Greek, from the Latin, which means dinos means terrible, and saurus means lizard. So the word dinosaur means terrible lizard. The word dinos also is it means terrible, mighty, and amazing. Terrible, mighty, or amazing. I also read those definitions a while ago. Now I'm gonna just get up in the book of Job, chapter 40, start at verse 1. Moreover, the Lord answered Job and said, shall he that contended with the Almighty instruct him? Instruct him? He that reproved the Most High, let him answer it. Meaning, are you gonna basically strive with the Most High? Are you gonna correct him? Then Job answered the Lord and said, behold, I am vile. What shall I answer thee? I will lay mine hand upon my mouth. Meaning Job ain't gonna say nothing, cause the book the scripture says in the book of Romans chapter 9. It just popped in my head, so I didn't actually prepare it. I'll just read it real quick. The book of Romans chapter 9, verse verse 20. I'll start at 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For whom resisted his will? Meaning you can't fight with the Most High. If he made you a devil, then you're gonna be a devil, and then you're gonna blame him, and then you're gonna find fault in him. But this is what he answered. Verse 20, Romans chapter 9 and 20. Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God, against the Most High Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Thus. So why did you make me like this? So going back to the book of Job, um, verse 4. Behold, I am vile. What shall I answer thee? I will lay my hand upon my mouth. Once have I spoken, but I will not answer. Yea, twice, but I will proceed no more. Meaning he ain't gonna do it. Then answered the Lord unto Job out of the whirlwind, and said, now the whirlwind could have been the chariot, because or it could have been the tempest itself, because in the Blue Letter Bible it said tempest, but we know that the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai travels with in style, of course. The book of um, Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld that the thrones were cast down, and the ancients of days did sit. The ancients of days is the Most High, the one who existed before days, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame. The throne is his excellency, and the fiery flame is that so-called spaceship. And his wheels as burning fire, which is the spaceship. So a wheel turns, which is his chariot, right? So I'm gonna go back to where I was here. Out of the whirlwind and said, gird up thy loins like a man. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. Meaning he demands, he will demand of Job, and he's going to declare himself unto Job. Verse 8. Wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me, thou that thou mayest be righteous? Are you gonna correct the Most High in his judgment? Are you gonna correct his judgment? Because it doesn't matter what he does to you. Are you gonna correct him? You can't correct him. You know what I'm saying? Verse 9. Hast thou an arm like the Most High, like God? Or canst thou thunder with a voice like him? Hast thou an arm like the Most High? Meaning, have you got power like the Most High? Because he brought that to light in another verse, as Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 7. Behold, therefore will I stretch out my hand upon thee, and will deliver thee for a spoil to the heathen, and I will cut thee off from the people, and I will cause thee to perish out of the countries. I will destroy thee, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Now, did he literally stretch out his hand? He did it spiritually. Who's his hand? With the other nations. Like, for example, there's another example. Ezekiel 25 and 12 until 14. Ezekiel 25 and 12. Thus said the Lord God, Most High Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance, and had greatly offended and revenged himself upon them, which is slavery, what he did upon us. Therefore, thus said the Lord Power, the Lord God, I will also stretch out mine hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it, and I will make it desolate from Teman, and they from Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. See, the Most High says, he will stretch out, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom. Now, is he literally going to stretch his hand? No, spiritually, because he's going to use the other nations, in this case, us, just as he used them to come correct us and put us in slavery and stuff like that. He's going to use us, which is stretching his hand, upon Edom. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel, and they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury, and they shall know my vengeance, saith the Lord God. So here, he's asking Job, hast thou an arm like the Most High? Have you got power like the Most High? Or canst thou thunder with a voice like him? You can't make a sound like that. Because, first of all, if you are in the rain and you're alone, let's say in a valley, and you hear thunder cracking up really loud, you're gonna be scared because all things are gonna pop in your mind like, is it gonna hit me? You know, is it gonna hit me? Anyway, verse 10. Deck thyself now with majesties and excellencies, and array thyself with glory and beauty. Meaning, clothe yourself. Okay, clothe yourself with majesty and excellency, glory and beauty. Verse 11. Cast abroad the rage of thy wrath, and behold everyone that is proud, and abase him. So, you're supposed to actually not like people that are proud. You're not supposed to like them. Verse 12. Look on everyone that is proud, and bring him low, and tread down the wicked in their place. So you're supposed to destroy the wicked. Verse 13. Hide them in the dust together, and bind their faces in secret. If you hide people in the dust, you hide them in confusion, and you bind in their faces in secret. You know what bind means, binding people, you know. Verse 14. Now it's going to get to that dinosaur part in 15. Then will I also confess unto thee that thine own right hand can save thee. Now it goes into the so-called dinosaurs, which means terrible lizard. Dino is terrible, the Saurus is lizard. Now behold, verse 15. Behold, now Behemoth, Bahamut actually, Bahamath. Okay, I think I didn't check the Hebrew word for that, so select about that. I'm gonna check it right now. 15. Acting real slow today. I don't know. Yeah, it says Ba Ha Ma Wa Tha Bahama Watha. If I Bahama Bahama Wath Bahama Wath Bahamawath Bahamawath. Yeah, that's it. If I spelled it right, Bahamawath. And they say it's a Diplodocus or Bronzidicus or something like that. I'm gonna check what that is. Is that big plant eating guy? Yeah, this. As you can see, this one. Or the other one was this one, which is the same. And you can also read that in some translation as elephant or hippopotamus, but from the description of Job chapter 40, verse 15 and 24. This is patiently observed. Yeah, that's right, it's observed because they used to do this. I think it was this. Yes. This is what how they depicted that. This is how they depicted it. The Bahamut, real stupid. So that even in the Blue Letter Bible it says this is observed. Going on, I'm gonna read from here on because here on it gets a little bit difficult. The English is a little bit difficult. Behold, Bahamut. Now behold, Bahamut. Bahamut, Bahamut, and Bahamawath, which I made with thee. He eateth grass as an ox. Lo, his strength is in his loins, meaning in his back. Right? Click on that word. His hips, his loins. His strength is in his hips, and his force is in the navel of his belly. His force. The force is his strength. Vigor, his generative power, physical strength of men and behemoth. Your strength is in your middle. If you ever heard of people that are boxing with the weight of their body, with their body weight. That's why you don't go. That's why them championships don't fight with lightweights when you heavyweight or medium weight. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. Okay, he moved his tail as the cedar. Cedar is a tree, by the way. You can see this right here on Google. Cedar is a tree image. Wood. You can see it's a wood. It's a very thick wood. So that's why they made that stupid photo like this. That's why they did that because they want to. Because if that's true, then the dinosaurs was right. Because the Most High says, "Behold, now Bahamut, which I made with thee." So that means that in the time of Job, dinosaurs was already there. He was made along with Job. Yeah, that would debunk his 50 million years ago nonsense because they know that the Bible is only like Job was like maybe like 4,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, something like that. I could check it, but I won't waste your time. You could check it yourself if you wanna. They know they got the records. You can just Google it. It's real simple. Anyway, so it says he moved his tail, verse 17, like the setter. His sinew, the sinew of his stones are wrapped together. Now I don't know. I didn't know what the word sinew was, so I checked it out. And the word sinew,
Sinew.
it means a piece of tough fiber tissue uniting muscle to bone or bone to bone, a tendon or ligament. It says strengthened with, or as if with sinews. The sinew shape of his back. Now that is the word sinew, and if you click on images, you get stuff like this, something that is actually tied together or bounded together. You got this, you got this, you got this, all these things. The sinews. Fucking Edomite shit, man. That's whack ass shit. Everywhere you go, you see sodomites, man. You can't even have a normal surf through the web. Now, anyway, his stones are wrapped together. Now, it says it says he moved his tail like a setter. Setter is a tree. His sinews, the sinews of his stones are wrapped together. Now, I clicked on the word stones. It says, I think it was pa or qua, no, pa. I forgot actually what it says. I didn't forget, but pa, ha, ah, pa, da, pad, pahad, if I'm correct. Well, I got that thing right here. I can check it out. Let's say it again, pa. Yeah, I was right with that. And paha, messed up. Pahad. Okay, I did have this one right. Duh. I messed up with this one. I said ha. Anyway, pahad. 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 Anyway, yeah, where was I? Pahad means thigh. Well, you know what thighs are. I don't have to click it because you're gonna see some porno shit. I already clicked it a couple of minutes ago before I started this video, and yeah, you saw some porno shit. So yeah, thigh. Where was it? 17. Yeah, the sinew of his thighs, his thighs are wrapped together. Now I clicked on this word wrapped together, and it says intertwined. So it says the sinew of his thighs are intertwined. Now this is intertwined, my man. So he has a very different look than what you would call a bronchodicus or something like that dinosaur what I just showed. Yeah, the bronchus whatever, the bronchosaurus or some brachiosaurus. So it's kind of different than what this looks like. Oh no, I have never seen this in real life, so I actually don't know. But it says his hips. I never saw the bones also in real life. Can't guess it. Can't really get a good picture of it. It comes in blurry. Hmm. Well, I can't see that. I don't see something that's intertwined. Whatever. I'm just keep it moving. But it says it's intertwined. So The sinew of his thighs are intertwined, are rubbed together. His bones are as strong pieces of brass. His bones are like bars of iron. Now, if you see the bones of a dinosaur, of a normal dinosaur, it doesn't look like iron. It maybe it could be hard. I never seen it. I never touched it actually. I don't think they would allow me anyway. Anyway, verse 19. It says, "He is the chief of the ways of the Most High," meaning he's one of the greatest things that the Most High made. He's the first. He's the choice part. He's one of the toughest. The chief of the animals, you could say. Just like how they call the king of the jungle the lion. You know. So verse 19, he is the chief of the ways of the Most High. He that made him can make his sword to approach him. So even the Most High has to draw out his sword basically when he approaches him. Because it says it right. That animal is so tough that the Most High himself needs to draw a sword when he approaches him. because the Most High could kill him, but he's not gonna do that. He loves him. So and he made him very violent. That animal is one scary dude. And this is what Esau is trying to do. Since back in the days, I think it was not the 1100, or was it the 1100 in China museum, 1850 in the museum in US. I think they displayed this because Esau knows that Bahamut is real. He knows it because he even puts reference to it. It says Bahamut is a curious word for me. It is a powerful grass-eating animal with limbs like bars of iron. Job chapter 40 verse 10. I use it here to mean an enormous unidentified animal. Yes, it is unidentified. You only identified like 86% of the land animals. I mean, you did not identify 86% of the land animals and 91% of the water animals. They can't identify it because they don't know anything. Esau is not that smart. He's smart in wickedness, wise in wickedness, but not wise in the Most High secrets. I'm just go on. So Job chapter 40 and 19. He is the chief of the ways of the Most High. He that made him can make his sword to approach him unto him. Surely the mountains bring forth food, where all the beasts bring him forth food, where all the beasts of the field play. So the mountains is where he gets his food, right? Verse 21. He lieth under the shady trees in the covert of the reed and the fence. Now I check this word out, reed, right? Here I clicked on it, and it says reed stock, blah blah blah, balance, whatever, reed, water plant, reed. So I clicked on it like I clicked on the word fence, and it says swamp or marsh. So I clicked on this, which is a swamp. So this is where he is dwelling, and excuse me, this is a marshlands. This is also where he's dwelling. Okay. So yeah, and a fence is this is a fence if you check it out. Hey, wait a minute. Fence. This is a fence, I think. Wetlands. This is a fence. Fence, wetlands. So this is where he dwells. What is a fen? You know, a fen is something like this with this shape. And water in the middle. There's always water in the fen, in the fence. As you can see, there's always water in the fence. Always. You got woods here. You got earth here. You got water here. You got, you know. So going back to verse 21. Covered in the reed of the reed and fence. Verse 22. The shady trees cover him with their shadows. The willows of the brook compass him about. Now the word willow, I checked it out. Willow. First I didn't put in tree. No, you're gonna see it. Okay, this is a willow. These are willows. Then I put in a tree because wait a minute, I clicked on it. I clicked on this, yeah. So these are willow trees where he dwells at. They compass him about, meaning they're in his midst. They're surrounding him basically. Yeah, and going on, it says the willows of the brook. Well, it's a torrent valley. What the torrent valley? Okay, that's it. That's a valley, right? Now, verse 23, it says, "Behold, he drinketh up a river, and hasted not. He trusted that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth." Meaning, and if you can see the word, the how you call it, the place called Jordan. Mm, Jordan River. I think this is the Jordan River. Right? Like this one. Well, not even the current of the Jordan River could stop him. Right? And he trusted that he can draw up Jordan in his mouth, meaning that he can fight against the current, and he now you would say he could drink the whole Jordan, but how you call it? How should I say this now? I had read the translation about that. Wait a minute. Behold, he drinketh up. To yeah, see, I was right about that. To press upon the wrong way, exhort, meaning not even the current of the river of Jordan can beat this guy. He's so strong, right? Right, because it says I clicked on this H 6231. It says to press upon, oppress, violate, defraud, do violence, get deceitfully wrong, exhort, to oppress, exploit, be crushed. Even the river Jordan can't stop this guy. The current of the river of Jordan cannot stop this guy. And drinking it, putting it in his mouth means a weight equal to a third of shekel red. That's not it. I don't want to keep it too long, so like about that. Anyway, he taketh it up. He taketh it with his eyes, his nose, pierced through snares. You can't blind this guy. It explains that you cannot blind him, and you cannot pierce his to lay hold. You see, la qua la qua. age 39 and 47. Age 39 and 47. It says he take it, but it actually means lay hold, cease, birthing. You cannot catch this guy. I'm gonna go on. Click on this one. Age 58 and 69. Of the physical eye. His nose. I'm gonna click on that too. Nostrils, face. Okay. Through. Pierce it through. 5344. 5344. To pierce, perforate, bore, anoint. So it actually says you cannot pierce this guy's nose, just like it says of Leviathan, because this is what they want to do: bait, lure, snare. You cannot catch this guy. You know what I'm saying? He taketh it with his eyes, his nose pierceth through snares. So if you come with, look, this is what Esau wants to do. Look, you see, you can't pierce his nose, and you can't blind this guy. So yeah, when it's talking about he drinketh up a river and hasted not, it's not talking about he just takes it calm and he doesn't drink fast. You know, when it says it hasted not, it's how you call it? He's not alarmed. Basically, oh, wait. He be alarmed, but Salaki, but it's not talking about what the fuck is the thing I'm calling? Him drinking. It's talking about him going against the force of the river and yeah, River Jordan. So with that, all praises go to. I hope you get it, because maybe I messed up the words and shit. But let me just put it calmly without stumbling on my own tongue. It says 23. Behold, he drinketh up a river and hasted not. Well, he goes up the power of the river, and the river can't stop him. He trusted that he can draw up the river, draw up Jordan in his mouth. He can. Let me go back to it again. He can burst forth through the whole river of to break out, to burst forth, used of a river breaking out from its source, of a child ushering from the womb, of a soldier rushing to battle. Well, it means he can just bust through the strong current of the river Jordan. And this one means he take it with his eyes, his nose pierced through snares. It means you cannot blind him, and also you cannot pierce his nose with this. Just like Leviathan. If you read on Job chapter 41, it will show you that you cannot do that also with Leviathan. You can't make him a spectacle like in the zoo. So with that, all praises go to the Most High Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the elders at great millstones for the teachings of the scriptures, and shalom to the sincere Akyam across the world.